Change the price you meant. Take the stress out. .com or call 818-34.
Hello from Orthorpe Avenue. That's the pivotal traffic. I'm Eric Roy, 790. ABC.
Hey everybody, it's time for today's STEM tip. Want to know how to make your selfies even better?
These last 2 weeks.
Fire officials wouldn't say if the arsonist used an accelerant or give any other details. In Long Beach, I'm Emily Valdez, KNX News 97.1 FM.
3 people have been charged in connection with the murder of a man and the robbery of his female companion in Pasadena. Prosecutors say the pair were parked at a scenic overlook on Angeles Crest Highway July 22nd when someone opened fire on their car. 32-year-old Jesse Enrique Munoz was killed. The woman was not injured. Police called it a botched robbery. One of the suspects has already pleaded not guilty. The other 2 are scheduled for arraignment next week. It's 7:05 now. We're going to check on your traffic on KNX. Here is Brian Douglas.
R5 south, so you're coming into the valley here. This will be right around Balboa. I would put it right before the 210
What's up? How you doing? Beautiful night tonight. Beautiful night. So, got my boots here. Gonna clean them up later. Georgia Giants. I love these boots. These are my third pair, and I beat on them. I take them out to the desert, to the beach, you name it, the mountain. I've taken them everywhere, and I didn't know if this boot was going to be any good when I bought it originally, but I kind of, liked it. It's leather. Bought it, and thumbs up. Thumbs up. I got another pair inside that I take when I go hiking and everything. So I use saddle soap. So Bickmore saddle soap. Got the brush here. Lather it up. Wipe it down, and then once that's done, I use Herbert's shoe grease. Big fan of this product, all natural. Yeah, I'm a big fan of boots, but they have to be broken in. I can't, I'm not a fan of breaking them in, but once they're broken in, there's nothing better than wearing a boot. Cowboy boots too. Cowboy boots are very comfortable. I know you stick out like a sore thumb if you're in the city wearing cowboy boots, but they get to fit your foot the proper way, and they're very comfortable. You can walk and walk and walk in those and never get tired. See if I can open this. It's like a paint can. Yeah. Brand new. Just got it. My old one finished, and I got this one. Very piney smelling. Smells like you're in South Carolina in the forest. Just relaxing a little bit. Gonna cook dinner soon. Tonight, chicken and rice. Listen to my radio. I'm a big fan of Sea Crane radios. I got a few of these Sea Crane. For me, they're the best radio for the price. They're not cheap radios, but it's a good quality, good reception. So I highly recommend the Sea Crane radio. This is the pocket version. It's warm out, but it has a little bit of that fall feeling in it too, mixed in there. This is like, you know, I like all the year out here, but fall time, when I was a kid, I enjoyed it more than any other. I mean, yes, summer is awesome, but fall time has that coziness. Not too hot, not too cold, not too humid. You know, I always enjoyed fall time. October, November, got that smell in the air. I remember when I was younger, fall time was a good time to go into a coffee house. Be nice and cool outside, and then you'd go in a coffee house, order some, you know, tea, whatever. Coffee, obviously. And then as I was saying, and then you go in there and you know, relax. But yeah, fall time, and I'm a big fan of doing the apple picking thing. Not necessarily going into the orchard and picking the apples, but I like, you know, going into the stores that sell that kind of stuff. When I was a kid, my father would take us all apple picking. We would, you know, grab a few friends and we'd go up to New Hampshire, and we'd pick apples. And then we found another place up in Topsfield, which I love Topsfield. I love Topsfield. The Topsfield Fair, been there with my wife. And there's a place up that way, not in Topsfield, I think it's before, but it was called, I don't know if it's still around, but Russell Farms, something like that. And every year we would go there, and my father would buy apples, I would get the honeycomb. They had donuts made from apples, and it had that smell. You know what I mean when you're at a place that has that smell, but it had that fall time smell, and everybody's dressed in their cozy jackets. Just a good time of year. Always enjoyed fall time. And we go apple picking here. We go to a place, but I don't know, was it like maybe 3 years ago, there was an electrical fire. Some wire from the wind fell on the building and it caught on fire. So I don't know if they rebuilt it, but it was a nice place. You'd go in and they had all the gifts and apple cider and, you know, apple sauce. And then they had, what do you call it, tri-tip. The guy's going home to his mama's boy. So yeah, but the line was crazy for tri-tip. It was like from here all the way around the block, and it was slow. But once you got there and they cut you those nice thin pieces of tri-tip, and they put it in that nice bread with that barbecue sauce. Delicious. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the autumn. I remember when I was a kid, you know, my father would say to me, "Hey, can you get a rake later on and gather some of the leaves?" And I'd say, "Yeah, sure." So I'd have the radio going. And I don't know why this song has stuck out, but one particular year, I put on the radio, I put on the song Roberta by Billy Joel. That's when I was in my Billy Joel phase. And it just kept playing and playing, and I was collecting the leaves. So when I hear Roberta now, it reminds me of fall time, raking leaves. Herbert's shoe. Nobody's named Hurbert anymore. It's not a common name. You don't hear any kids at school and their name is Hurbert. But this says original Herbert's shoe grease since 1921. 102 years. Herberts.com. It's made from pine tar, beeswax, waterproofs conditions, leather goods. It says manufactured using the finest of oils and waxes, contains no animal fats or tallow, I don't know what that, or tallow. Preservatives, no preservatives, additives, or synthetic compounds. I used to use mink oil when I was younger. I always took care of my leather. You know, I'd clean it, and then I'd apply, you know, some kind of conditioner, and I used to use mink oil. And then I stopped. I started using these products. Somebody told me that, I mean, I don't see what the difference is, but somebody told me that mink oil oxidizes, and it may oxidize, but don't these oxidize also? I'm waiting for the crows to fly over. There was a time where at 6:30 on the dot, the crows would start flying over the block. Hundreds and hundreds of them. You think it was an invasion. But I think they changed their time. Or maybe they went to a different neighborhood. Got some chocolate inside, 57% cacao. We'll try it out. Not yet. I want to eat my dinner first, because if I have that, it kind of spoils your appetite for a little bit. I miss going to coffee houses, though. I know Starbucks, I go to that, but that's not the same. I'm talking about these independent ones where it would be called like, you know, Jimmy's Coffee House or something, and you'd go in there and it was all unique brands of coffee that you've never heard before, and you'd get a little table. I didn't really sit in these places. I would get my tea, which is normally what I would get, and then I'd walk with it. I'd take it for a walk, and I remember it was, you know, it was like cold weather. A lot of times it was in the teens, single digits, and I'd have my little tea. And I'd be sipping it as I was walking. And I used to walk a lot, like all over the place. Used to walk all around until I'd get bored of walking, and then I would get on a train. I would wear my New Balance shoes. I went from Olympians, whatever the hell they were called, Tom McCann or Favor sold those. I think Favor. And maybe Tom McCann. I think they were called Olympians or something, or Olympic sneakers. And I thought they were cool. I didn't realize that they were the, you know, just, you know, crap shoes, crap sneakers. Until I went to a school where I was wearing the Olympians. I gotta look it up. I don't know what it was. I think it was some kind of form of the word Olympic. And anyway, I had my Olympian sneakers on, and I thought they were awesome. And I started noticing all the other kids in my class. They had Converse, they had Puma, they had Nike, Pony, Adidas. And I go, that's what I want. I want to get a pair of those. So went to the mall where they had them all set up, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with these Olympian sneakers from Tom McCann or Favor. I'm going to get some of these. And for some reason, you know, I mean, I couldn't make a decision at first, but then Converse spoke to me. And I'm a huge Converse fan. Chuck Taylor. As the saying goes, I'm pointing to my Converse high-top sneakers. You're the greatest, and that ain't no jive. your standard equipment on the BC Drive. As I fly through the air to make my famous slam dunk, I'm wearing Converse, and that ain't no bunk. Converse by Chuck Taylor. A little commercial for Converse. But yeah, I used to see some kids had the canvas cons with that little round thing and the star and it's Chuck Taylor signature. To this day, I think that those are cool. I have a pair, but now they're leather, white leather. But anyway, back then when I was trying to make a decision, I decided to get the leather Converse high top sneakers. And I was a Converse guy for like 10 years, exclusively Converse high top sneakers, basketball shoes. And then my foot was a little bit wider than normal. So somebody said to me, New Balance, they make width as well as length. So I went to this factory that they had New Balance in, and I tried their different widths, and I found that the New Balance fit me better, more comfortable. So I ended up going with New Balance for many, many, many years after that. And then at some point, when I became a little bit older and I realized that sneakers were for younger people, I went with boots. And I've been with boots now for quite a while. So yeah, once a boot breaks in, it's very comfortable to walk in, very comfortable to climb mountains with. So it gives you support. I'm a big fan of boots. And here they are right here. I got other ones that go higher. I wear those once in a while, but these I find very comfortable. Georgia Giant, that's what they're called. They even have some kind of rubber going around, but it's a good boot. And I had bought another time before these, boots that I thought were decent. And was climbing on this rock. I think it was at Palm Springs, that area. I was climbing, and the force of climbing tore the soles, the underneath part, and separated from the shoe. And I said, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to get something better. Now, saying that, these are reasonable. They're like 110, 120, somewhere around there. But what I really want to get is Nick's boots. I love those boots. Those are good-looking boots. I just haven't ordered them yet, but somewhere down the line, I'm going to get a pair of Nick's boots. Nice quality leather. Highly recommend them. I've been going to their website for about a year now, checking out the different. I like the Americana one, but there's a bunch that are good, nice looking. But the leather, the quality is really nice. But I've also been hearing that they take quite a while to break in. But once they're broken in, they're awesome. And they last for a very, very long time. Nick's boots. Anyway, I'm going to go inside and see what's going on. And probably start cooking. That's it for now. Ciao.